Everyone wants to be happy, but the concept of happiness seems so abstract, elusive, and seemingly unattainable. We chase happiness our entire lives, but often end up running in circles with more questions than answers. Although the complexities of finding happiness can never be simplified into a single formula, proven guidelines and scientific research has shown that there is, in fact, tangible components of happiness that may give us a better understanding of how we might become happy. Take, for example, the construction of an airplane. There are three main components: the engine, the body, and control surfaces. First, an airplane must have an engine and fuel. Without them, airplanes lose the capability to lift off the ground. Similar to this, happiness is fueled by our innate desire to seek relationships with those around us. As a result of a 75-year-old study, leading psychiatrist Robert Waldinger concluded that strong relationships possess a strong correlation with a person's level of happiness over time. In other words, relationships are inherently linked with our happiness, and our drive to create and improve relationships with others is what brings us closer to leading a fulfilling life. In order to become happy, one must surround themselves with people that bring positivity and encouragement into their lives, building meaningful relationships that ultimately make them more happy and content. The second vital component of an airplane is its body, an integral and fixed part of the plane. Similarly, our happiness is dependent on something we can't control: our DNA. UC Riverside researcher Sonja Lyubomirsky found that our level of happiness is heavily dependent on genetics, responsible for as much as 50% of our overall level of happiness. Although our genes are something we cannot change, we must learn to accept ourselves for who we are and use it to our advantage. Through our trials and tribulations, we gain a better understanding of our personal weak points and limits, and gradually learn to love ourselves, our imperfect selves, the parts of our identity that we can never change. Even if you can't break free of your body, you can still grow into the best version of yourself by learning from your own experiences. After all, if we aren't satisfied with who we are, how can we expect to learn how to be happy? Last but not least, control surfaces steer the direction and flight path of the plane, which correspond to the control over our own happiness in our day-to-day life. We choose what we do constantly and have the choice of pursuing activities that make us happy. To prove my point, I've designed a simple exercise that demonstrates our own power to control our happiness. For a month, daily, write in a personal journal 3 things that you appreciate in your life, ranging from anything from a good meal to an engineering project breakthrough. In addition, download the app Dailyo from the App Store, which allows you to record and track your daily activities and mood for the day. At the end of the month, compare your journal and Dailyo entries, and track your mood throughout the month with the mood graphs on the stats tab of Dailyo. Eventually, you'll see a marked improvement in your overall mood, happiness, and satisfaction in life. Ultimately, achieving happiness is not as simple as winning the lottery or marrying the girl or man of your dreams. Time and time again, research has shown that happiness is composed of multiple fundamental factors, just like how an airplane is built with multiple parts. As engineers, we must take into account all the factors that create happiness, understanding the facts that govern it, and take specific actions to grow it gradually. So assemble your engine, body, and control surfaces, and launch yourself on the journey towards happiness.